Jesus, y'all missed it. She didn't seem to have no pain. Because the last bit of pain was in that urn. And she was getting ready to pour it in the water. And some of us still carrying stuff when we can throw it away. Oh, Jesus. You need to take that thing, you need to burn it, you need to put it in the urn, you need to walk on the beach and find you somewhere to throw it and bury it, and you need to leave it right there. Don't take it back, because that's the end of your pain when you throw it away. That's the end of it. So she really blessed me. I watched her for over an hour. So we got it. We're reading 8 through 15. Am I correct? All right, come on, Nika, let's read that.
Then Peter, filled with the Holy Ghost, said unto them, Ye rulers of the people and elders of Israel, if we this day be examined of the good deed done to the impotent man, by what means he is made whole, be it known unto you all, and to all the people of Israel, that by the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, whom he Christ crucified, whom God raised from the dead, even by him doth this man stand here before you whole. This is the stone which was set at naught of your builders, which is become the head of the corner. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is no other name under heaven given among men, whereby we must be saved. Now when they saw the boldness of Peter and John, and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled, and they took knowledge of them, that they had been with Jesus. And beholding the man which was healed standing with them, they could say nothing against it. But when they had commanded them to go aside out of the council, they conferred among themselves. Amen.
Y'all pay attention to what they said. They said they had no training and they were ignorant. And they used, watch this, they used the handicap of what they knew to judge what they know now. What they didn't realize is that, watch this, this Bible declared that they had been with Jesus. And the ignorance, watch this, the ignorance was now thistle. Wait a minute. I know these guys ain't got no common sense. I know they silly, but they've been with Jesus. Come on, y'all can sit down. I can start from there. I actually want to flip what I want to say. They had been with Jesus, and something happened to them to where they wasn't the same, because watch this, in their ordinary man bodies, they could not have did or said what they said unless they had experienced something greater than them. Oh, Jesus. They had been around somebody that had the abilities to do something greater than they ever seen. And watch this. And they took advantage of it by watching him and did the same thing. Jesus said, I cannot, watch this, I cannot do nothing. And everything you see me do, watch this, I have seen my Father do it first. And so he was transferring what the Father had gave them to some ignorant men. Just ordinary people that he chose to use to do something greater than what they've ever done before. It's amazing, because what they did, watch this, it didn't freak them out, it freaked the people out who watched what they did out more. They said, are you kidding me? Right. Isn't this the one that couldn't add? Isn't this the one that couldn't get 2 + 2 right? Isn't this the one that could not finish a chapter in the book? And now I see him speaking in a manner that I had never seen before. Oh, Jesus, this is not even what I want to say. But how many of us are willing to let God change us? How many of us are willing to let God take out everything that we know, and God, only give me what I need, God, because I'm holding on to information, Father, that is useless to you. I know stuff that don't even upbuild the kingdom, but I hold on to it because every now and then I want to feel like somebody, and so I keep ignorant mess in my spirit that I don't even need to go even further. Oh, Jesus. So how many of us are willing to let him change us So when people see you, they'll know you had to be somewhere, because the way you walk and the way you talk now let them know that you've been somewhere. Yeah. Watch this. They know by the way you dance now that you ain't been to the club we used to go to. Because we don't dance like that in the club we used to go to. So something happens at one time. Once I can understand, you was twerking, you was bending over, you was half naked, but now you come to the club, you got on too many clothes. You must be done been somewhere and seen something that we ain't never seen before. So, watch this. I didn't want to deal with that. But that hit me so in the spirit, because you got people out there, watch this, talking about you because you changed. You got people out there don't even like you no more because, watch this, because you did something different than what they used to do. Because you don't even answer them anymore, because you don't even ride out with them no more. You don't call, you don't come to the cookout. Watch this, they start judging you, say, well, wait a minute, they think they're better than everybody else. But stop thinking I'm better than everybody else because I changed my life. Yes. Some things I just don't fit in no more. Yes. Yeah. There's some stuff in your closet, watch it, you're trying to hold on because you think you're going to change the size to get back in it when you should have gotten rid of it a long time ago. Yeah. And if I look at my closet and I start watching this, I look at my pants as people, I realize I should only have about 2 pair of pants because there's so many stuff in my closet don't even fit no more. I got too many people jeans in my closet that I keep trying to fit in with. And watch this. You ever notice something? When you put on something that don't fit, you uncomfortable. Oh, shoot, I dropped my pen. I better not try to pick it up because something may rip. I can't wear my high heel shoes with these pants here because they keep my leg to the ground because they're so tight. They keep me pressed to the ground, and so I'm sliding somewhere. We don't fit anymore. Right. Watch this. God did not change you to put you back where you come from. Oh, Jesus. Now that's going to struggle with somebody right there. You know, that's going to struggle. Somebody really going to get mad at me. Because watch this. You think God changed you to take you back where he brought you from. That's a lie. That ain't what he did. He didn't change you to put you back where you was before. He changed you to put you somewhere greater than where you was before. Watch this, because I'm way off script. God loves ordinary people. Watch this. Watch this, he's not searching people with a lot of stuff. First Lady Elkamah, he's looking for ordinary people like you. Because, watch this, there's nothing special about you. And so when people see you, watch this, they ain't really intrigued by you because you're so ordinary, and so you don't really faze them. And they didn't realize that God had a plan. That he was going to take an ordinary person and put them through a process. Right. Oh. And let me help you with something. When some of y'all go to your class reunion or go around some of your old high school friends, you ever watch this? They say, well, wait a minute. I remember you. You don't look the same anymore. Right. And some of my high school friends, they say, you know, we graduated together. I'm like, it's not possible. I ain't in my 60s. Because they have gotten so old and worn down with life. And I'm just like, I don't really remember you that much. They get mad at me because I don't remember. I don't remember you because I don't remember nobody being that wore down in high school. Right. So what has happened from graduation until now to where you don't even look your age because life has beat you up so bad? Till folks don't even recognize you. Jesus. I got people my age that I graduated with don't have no teeth in their mouth. They have all these illness and all this stuff, and I'm saying, God, I had bad habits too, God, so what is different about me than them? And God said, all of us has had bad habits, but the difference between you and them is that you was willing to let God take your bad habit away. Yes. And they wasn't. They held on to something when I tried to take some stuff out. And there are some things I'm trying to move from them. But when I'm pulling it, he said, watch this. He said, Reggie, they tug a war with me on some stuff. And then watch this, and I'm tired of trying to pull them over the line because they pulling back when I'm trying to pull them into something greater. Who is that God is talking about? That he's tugging, watch this. He's tugging with you on some stuff, and you don't want to let it go. Watch this. I wrote this down. The most expensive vase in the world is called the Queen Dynasty vase. It sold for $83 million. And this vase is only 300 years old. And it sold for $83 million. Watch this. It's a vase that you can put water in and pour water out. It's no different than your plastic jug in your refrigerator. Oh, I'm going somewhere. Thank you. It's no difference than my Kool-Aid jug. Because it was created for the same thing that I use my Kool-Aid jug for, and that's to hold something and to pour something out. But what made it more valuable than my jug? Watch this. For 300 years, it had to fight for its survival. Right. So from 300 years, every time somebody grabbed it and hold it and walk with it, watch this, it had to maintain its survival, hoping that they don't drop it and break it. And so for 300 years, men had handled it back and forth, but it survived 300 years of being mishandled. Y'all missed that. Let me help you with it. Some of y'all don't realize that for all your life you've been mishandled, but aren't you glad that God kept you in his arms every time somebody was about to drop you? God kept you. What's this? There was a process before it became a vase. Before it became a vase, it was a rock that had to be broken. Oh. They had to break the rock, and then they had to grind it up, and then they had to beat it until it turned in dust. And then they had to add water to it. But this way it became a vase. The rock was beaten, it was turned into dust, and now water was added, but it didn't become a vase until they put it on the potter's wheel. Because they had to go through a circle of some stuff. Oh, Jesus. It had to be turned around a few times so that it could become a vase. He grabbed the mud. This potter didn't realize that this rock was worth $83 million with a little bit of water on it. Let me help you with something. Satan didn't realize that you had that kind of value. All I got to get is a little bit of the water on me. All I got to do is let the living water run through me, and I got some value. He got it. And he sat down at his wheel. And it begins to spin. And he sticks his hand in the middle of it to get a hold of it. And he starts shaping it out. He didn't realize that as he runs his hands up and down this bottle, this vase, he didn't realize that one day this vase was going to have some value. And he's running his hands around it. And watch this. And every time it seemed like it's drying out, he put his hands in the water and put it back on the vase. Because watch this, you ain't through spinning yet. See, some of y'all think it's over, but God said you ain't through spinning yet. I got to turn you a few more times. His hands on it, and he dips in the water, and he shape it. Watch this. Every time they get a few humps in it, watch this. He has to take the rock out that didn't form and put a little bit of mud, and then he has to patch it up. How many times your life been patched up when you had stuff that was attached to you, and God had to pull it out? And watch this. Watch this. He got it now. And he making a vase. But something special had to happen. Watch this. When he took it off the potter wheels, he had to be careful how he walked with it. Because it hadn't dried yet. And if he walked too fast, he's going to cause it to fall over. You don't realize that God has been carrying you, and he's been careful how he carries you, because he can't let you fall. God said it's about ready now. But I can't use it now because I got to put some heat to it. See, God said in order for it to have some value, I got to heat it up a little bit. And so God goes and he gets some coals and he gets some wood and he throws it in the oven and he gets it hot. Watch this. And God said, if it ain't a certain degree, I can't put you in there because I need you to harden right. And so he goes and gets more. You say, wait a minute, God, it's kind of hard in there. God said, I know how hard it is in there, but I'm going to put you in there. And watch what happens when you come out. He puts you in there. And watch this. It's funny because as he puts you in there, every now and then a potter has to come tend to you to make sure that you're drying right. Oh, Jesus. You keep thinking you're in the fire by yourself. God say, although it looks like you're in there by yourself, I'm right here on the outside. I'm waiting to pull you out when you can't take no more. And so when you're about to lose it all, God say, I'm right here ready to pull you out. He sees you, and it looks like you're coming out right. And so watch this. God said, now I think my pot is ready to come out the fire, but it ain't still ready to be used yet. He pulled you out the fire, and he has to let you cool down. Watch this. Oh, y'all see, you don't miss this cool down period. See, that's that time where you're going in between your season, and it seems like ain't nothing going on, ain't nothing bad, nothing good. See, God say, I got you in a cool down period because I'm getting ready to shift your season because I ain't done with you yet. Watch this. He takes you out, and he puts you on a table. And what I love about God, God said, watch this. I formed it, First Lady Nika. I heated it up. I has it on my table. Now I got to decide what I wanted it to look like. Because it just looked like, watch this, a good clay bowl right now. But God said, I got to put something on it to make it attractive. And God goes to his closet and he started putting his paintbrushes out. And he has to decide which color. Watch this. Because I think about, watch this. When Joseph said his father gave him a coat of many colors. Why did they have to have many colors on it? Because watch this. When he gave him the coat, he wanted to make sure that they understood that was his son. Because he gave him the colors that made people look, say, what is that you got on? Many colors. God said, I got to make you so attractive that when they see you, they want to make sure you don't die. I got to make you so appealing that when they see you, the king said, put that right here in my treasure box. I don't want nothing on it. I don't want nothing to touch it. Because God made you so well. Watch this. He tells Satan, I put so much in this one right here. You can't touch this right here. You can use everything else you want, but you can't touch this one because I made this one myself. Watch this. He puts the paint on you. And he puts the paint on you. And watch this. You're on that wheel again. As he's now giving you your identity. And he puts it and he paints you. He'll give you a couple of stripes. Watch this. And every stripe in your life, it represents the hell you went through and that you made it through. And so stop worrying about some of the stuff that don't happen to you. It's only a stripe that represents, watch this, that I came out of some stuff that I used to be in. Some of us got more stripes than the other ones. But God said these stripes only represent everything that you've been through, and I brought you out of it. Just about time. So here's what he does. He puts the curl on it. And you got to catch this. It's so important to understand about the vase because it was a vase without the paint. Watch it. You were already blessed without the paint because you made it through the fire. And so if God didn't give you in the color, you still are a vase no matter what folks say. He paints it, Yvonne. And he makes it beautiful. And so then he presents it to the king and said, I made this space for you. The king sees the vase. This is very important. This is very important. The king sees the vase, First Lady Elder Campbell. Deacon Ed, he sees the vase. Deacon Fred, Deacon Jefferson, he sees the vase. Right? But he didn't see what the vase went through. Some of y'all should have clapped right there. He seen the vase, but he didn't see all the hell that the vase went through to become a vase. He didn't see the crushing. He didn't see the beating. He didn't see the fire. He didn't see all the things that the... He didn't see what it went through. And so some folks out there trying to judge you. But stop trying to judge me unless you're able to see the hell that I've been through to go through what you're trying to judge me for. Stop trying to tell me what I should do and what I shouldn't do because you ain't been through what I've been through to say that you qualified to be. You're trying to qualify yourself because you see where I am today, but you got to see where I come from. I done been through a whole lot of stuff. Some of y'all couldn't even imagine what I've been through. You couldn't imagine the night when I was sitting there about to kill myself, don't know what I'm going to do, and you're trying to judge me. Watch this. Let me bless some of y'all. Turn to your neighbor and ask your neighbor, how can you judge a miracle? How can I put judgment on a miracle? But the only person that can do a miracle is God. So how are you trying to judge me because I'm a miracle? I'm a miracle. I'm a miracle. Do you know how many, watch this, you know how many eggs try to get to that site before you did? You know what happened when your mom and your daddy came together? It became a battle for the finish, and that egg was fighting to get there first. Do you know that you a miracle? There were thousands that went up in there, but once there was only one egg that God said, this is the one. You're the one that God said, this is the one. This will be my child. They were fighting for your position, Jesus. And you were the last egg to get there. But God said it's not about the last, it's not about the first, it's about the one that I chose. I chose you. After everybody else was knocking, I only opened your door. Because I chose you. Now watch this. So when you think about it, I'm finished early, Faith. Take the clock down. Record time. I am. Watch this. And so, I did have one point. Put my point up there. Let me put my point up there. Come on. Watch this. You see what it says? It says, be still, you're going to mess up. You're going to make God mess you up. Let me take y'all back when you used to get your hair done. There was a lady named Miss Grace in Washington Heights. And Miss Grace straightened everybody's hair out. She popped a gun just like somebody shot something out of her mouth. Wow, wow. She popped out a gun and she straightened your hair out. And every now and then, I hear Miss Grace tell some little child, be still before you get burned. Oh. I need you to be still because I'm trying to make something out of you. I'm already there. But if you move, there's going to be signs that when I told you to be still, I can tell when you move by what's going on in your life. Some of y'all move too much. This is why God has said, I need you to be still. I need you to be still while I make you beautiful. Be still while I make your friends mad. Be still while the enemy start getting jealous. Be still while I fill your bank account up. Be still while I make your house blessed. Be still while I make everybody look for you for everything. Be still while I give you all the answers. Be still while I walk you through some grace. Be still while I give you mercy. Be still while I show you love like I ain't never showed nobody else. Be still while I wrap my arms around you. He said, be still. You got to be still. You're moving when I'm trying to do my best work in you, and you keep moving. Be still. Stop moving. You keep moving. And every time he stroke you with a blessing, you causing God to be careful how he stroke you. Because he knows you're a mover. And if he struck you the wrong way, he's going to cause you some harm. And so God said, I need you to stop moving. Watch this. Oh, Jesus. Hallelujah. Watch this. Thank you, Holy Ghost. I can be done. I was getting my hair cut. And as I was getting my hair cut, my barber does this thing. She's a little young girl. And so y'all, I met her through my wife. So I don't trip. Y'all talk to her. Y'all talk to her about that. I got it from my wife. And so when she's cutting my hair, when she get done, she'll go and she'll get a mirror. And she'll have that mirror and say, what you think? And I told her, I said, listen, let me say this to you. I said, I'm not a barber. And so you gave me the mirror does me no good because watch this. I'm not a barber, so I don't know what mistakes you made. I'm going to go somewhere with this. And so when she last cut my hair, she didn't give me the mirror. And I say she finally got it. Because here's the thing. If you're going to be my barber, you got to have confidence in your own work. Don't let me judge you. I'm going to bless somebody with something. Here's the problem. when God does stuff for us, we're trying to judge God's work. You need to look at it and see what it is. I want to make sure that it's better than my friends and that it don't look like theirs. Watch this. This is why you got to have the biggest house on the street, right? Because when God bless me with the house, God, I want the biggest house. See, I got to have the best. Let me help you with something. Here's the problem. I can put a $10 million diamond in the envelope, but I can't put a $10 million house in a box. And we get caught up on how big something is. And we miss that size matter. Let me help y'all with something. If I don't get what everybody else gets, if I only get a little bit of Jesus, that's all I need. I ain't got to judge it. I ain't got to say what it can do or what it look like. If you just give me a little bit of Jesus, that's all I need. And so, I want to change what we seek God for. Watch this. Stop telling God I want the biggest house on the street. God, just move me on the street. Stop telling God I want the best car. God, I don't worry about it was the best car. Just give me a car, God. Stop telling God I need more money than everybody. God, if you just give me something, God, I'm going to be happy with what you give me. I'm closing. I'm closing. And so, how many of us has messed up a blessing? Because we couldn't be still. We couldn't be still. You know, when you call any kind of mobile service, they come to you to help you. But if you're not there where you tell them you're going to be at, then you can't get help. So how many times you called on God mobile service, and when God showed up, God said, where you at? And you don't did something before God can show up and do what he needs to do. How many times you don't move when God told you, stay right there, I'm coming. Don't move, I got you. How many times? God said, this is it. I know what it looks like. This is it. Watch this. God said it takes time for a tree to grow. You trying to plant it and water it, and the whole day, the next day you going out there thinking that it's going to reach the sky. God said it takes time for a tree to grow. It takes time. And so how many of us say, God, I want to say sorry because I moved ahead of you. I became, God, my own God, and I moved before you told me to move, God, and I made some mistakes, God. God, I am so far out here right now, God, that even if you threw a fishing rod, God, it wouldn't reach me, God. I need you to come and swim out there, God, and grab me by it because I'm too far out there now, God. I need you. Watch this. Watch this. We're done. Peter asked Jesus. He said, Jesus, if that be you, bid me. In other words, allow me to come out the boat. But what Peter didn't take, watch this, Elder Campbell, First Lady. What he did not pay attention to was how many steps he took out the boat. What happened, Tasha? He told Jesus, let me come out of this boat, Deacon Fred. But he didn't pay attention to how far out he walked away from the boat. Oh, Jesus. And when he got out there, and Jesus realized he was away from the boat, to where if something goes wrong, he couldn't even go back and grab a hold of the boat. And so he had to deal with what was getting ready to happen. Some of y'all, God has pushed your boat away from you because God said, I want you to only depend on me. Here's the problem. Because if the boat is so close to you, you'll never walk away from it. And so God has to pull you so far out that you ain't got nothing to look for. You ain't got nobody to call on but him. This is the only reason why you're so far out. This is the only reason why you're catching so much hell. Because God said, I want you to only rely on me. I don't want you to reach back for your boat. I don't want you to call your friends. You can't call mom or dad. God said, you can only call me. You can only call me. Come on, everybody's standing. Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, we're too far out there now. Look at another neighbor and say, neighbor, somebody move my boat. And find one more neighbor and say, neighbor, I thank God that Jesus was in the water with me. And come on, give God praise that he was in the water with you.